Welcome to day 11 of my quest to overcome my fear and procrastination of filming myself. If you are an online entrepreneur, you might face the same trouble. And if you've watched my last video, which is a week old, you might know that that I had a really bad flu, and I kind of gave up, not gave up, but I took a break on video creation because, again, I was really sick, and then I knew I had to travel, and I'm back now. I'm still not fine, as you might hear. My voice is still kind of nasally, and I'm not quite 100% fit yet, but I really wanted to record this video because I want this video to be real. Especially if we're online entrepreneurs, we're immersed in this culture of hustle, and you need to work hard, and you have to no matter what. And yes, if I open my YouTube feed, it's something like make 6 figures in 6 months and work 24/7 and things like that. And this is not reality, because this kind of propagates our procrastination of doing things, because we have this immense pressure where we feel we need to be this or we need to be this, and we need to be hardworking, and mental health issues don't exist, and sickness doesn't exist, and imperfections don't exist if you look into Instagram or stuff like that. So again, let's keep it real here. So I was sick for a few days, and I did this to reduce my stress, because in my head I had the most crazy thoughts. I gave up on this whole quest to film, and all those thoughts that we all have. And so this was my stress reduction method. And it's not that I was cuddling this cute toy, but I crocheted it. And I recently bought the pattern for my daughter, because my daughter is really into that. But I figured I need something to get my mind off things. And so I was sick on the couch for a few days and counting those lines and crocheting this. And I'm not greatly skilled in crocheting, so it's not that I can just do that. So I had to count, and it really helped me de-stress. So what I would like to do in this episode of our 30-day quest to overcome our fear and procrastination of filming is to actively reduce stress. So if you remember the first day, and let me share my screen here with you. Okay, so screen share, I think that's this one, screen share on. Okay, so if you remember day 1, let me find that. Okay, so here we had day 1, and this is where I did this stress test. And again, if you would like to have it, send me a message and do the test, because as you see here with let me get my pen out, with the 388, that's quite high. Anyway, so I would like to challenge you today to look at this. And now this is, by all means, it's not exhaustive, but here maybe list things that you can plan consciously where you actively reduce stress. Now, those are just areas that can help you, like nature exposure. And you can put here then something like walk dog in forest, walk the dog, sorry, my handwriting, dog in the forest, or run around the river or the lake, wherever you live, or and then mark it off. And try to get a variety of that. Like pets is a good thing, like cuddling your dog or your cat or whatever pet you have. Listening to music, actively listening, not just having it run in the background, but put on your good headphones and listen intently to something that really makes you happy. Or expressive writing, journaling, or yes, singing, or anything crafty, that requires a mental load. And exactly the kind of things that reduce stress for you, that make you feel good, that make you feel happy. And don't let it be something digital. Let it be something out in the real world. And oh, sorry, and yeah, and I'll give you a few minutes to fill this out. I'll clean this here up for you. Wait, here. So what you can do now is I will make this big on the screen, and you can screenshot it. And then while I make my coffee, you take the time right now to write down 10, 12, 13, 14 things that you can do that will actively help you to reduce stress. And don't let it be something you do regularly. Like if you meditate anyway every day, don't put that in there. If you do cold exposure every day, then this is not in there. Let it be something different. Bring some variety, and kind of challenge yourself to just, and it doesn't have to be anything big. It can be 5 minutes taking your cup of coffee, sitting on your balcony, and just consciously drinking your coffee while having some nature exposure. Okay, so screenshot this now. I will make it big and write down 10, 12, 13, 14 things while I make my coffee with which you can actively reduce your stress. So let's get going. So I hope you're getting ahead with your things that you can do to de-stress. I'm getting ahead with my coffee. I'm trying to improve some kind of filming that and I'm trying to improve the I hope you got ahead with your ideas that you can use to de-stress. And I've been experimenting with the camera, looking how I can maybe make it a little more interesting, and trying to improve small things that I can do to, again, improve my filming skills, because again, I'm not yet really good at it. So here's my coffee, and let me get some more of my milk out. And yes, and I hope you found some things that you can do. And even if it's something really small, like, consciously making a coffee, or just consciously feeling something, touching your sweater, or just rubbing two fingers together slowly and just consciously feeling what it feels like when those two fingers touch. any physical sensation that you focus on for a second will help you to reduce stress in that moment. And put those things into your calendar and consciously decide, hey, I will do 3 small things that will de-stress me today. And for me today, that will be having my coffee outside in a minute, not completely outside, but in my my sunroom. I will do something with. You might have heard the howling. Just one sec. You might have heard the howling of this one in the background because I'm making coffee, and she thinks I'm having some kind of food without her, and she's a bit on the well, aging dog and spoiled side. So yeah, so the howling you hear in the background is this little one here. So for me, the 3 things I'll do today to de-stress is, one of it, having this consciously in a minute after we stop filming. The second thing is I will spend some conscious time playing with this little dog. And the third thing is I will go to do some yoga. I haven't done it for a very long time, and I love yoga with Adrian, and I know it really helps me. I'm not fit enough to go to the gym, which I really miss at the moment, but I can feel I need some exercise. So those are the 3 things that I will do today. I hope you have at least 10-15 things you can plan over the next week, but do 3 small things today that actively help you to decrease stress, because this is one of the most effective things you can do to decrease or to overcome procrastination, is to decrease your chronic stress levels. So let's get going with that. Let's decrease our underlying stress levels with the small things we can actively do, and see you tomorrow.